Man will always been the greatest creature that ever walked step on this planet, from the discovery of fire to the greatest invention of all time, but everything has changed today. The modern man needs to rewire his brain and its thought process. We have been programmed by the society and this instant gratifying culture to be laid back and careless. You must understand this as a man. Men today are weaker than ever, not just physically but emotionally and mentally too. There is no sense of confidence among young men. No self-esteem whatsoever. And that's not only our fault. Our brains have been plagued by so many misconceptions. We as men need to step up and conquer our place in society. We need to take cognizance of the situation. We must stop feeding our brain the junk that social media presents to us. The absolute trash that is men need to be more sensitive. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't mean to say that we should hide our feelings and be more reserved with our emotional side. Not at all. But that men should abide by the feminine traits of the culture and just be an outright simp. As a man, you must know that men were meant to lead. That's how nature intended it to be. You should be unpredictable and learn to take a stand for yourself as a man. Unfortunately, this is absolutely rare in today's young men. Never ever simp for a girl. Develop yourself to the extent that girls chase you instead. Stop ignoring this massive threat to masculinity. Get up and start your shit, fellow kings. Most of us was raised by a woman and our father was not able to do his job to raise his son. Without male mentors, many men of this generation have felt adrift, unsure of how to deal with an indescribable but acute lack in their lives and was embraced by feminine culture of their mother teachings that a woman will always be the prize. I've noticed that simping is worse in our current generation in the world, especially in the Philippines, than it ever has been before. Well, I'm sure the answer is multifaceted and things like online dating, the split between the 20% men having sex with 80% of women. I think a big part of the reason simping is so rampant is because young men are being raised without positive male role models who can teach them masculine values like self-respect, not putting up with disrespectful behavior, having expectations for wives, girlfriends, etc. Given that women account for almost 70% of divorce initiators and that custody usually goes to mothers, the picture starts to become clear. There are a lot of single mothers poisoning their sons' minds and or at the very least not setting up good male role models for their sons.